guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Now guys, just look at that weather. This is our end of February cacti and succulent plant update. Now guys, I'm going to be doing this video in two parts, and this part one is going to be the indoor houseplant and cacti and succulent collection update, and part two is going to be in the polytunnel, which is outside there with the snow. And I'm not going to be doing the polytunnel update until probably a few days time. So this is purely going to be the indoor plants today, because the weather is so unbelievably cold, guys. We're having a cold weather coming from Siberia, and an Ireland and the UK have been hit with it. It's about -2 today, which might not sound that cold compared to places like Canada and other parts of the States, but it is very cold for this time of year for Ireland and the UK. Normally, we usually do not have it like that. Not the end of Feb. And bear in mind, this time last year I was walking around in a t-shirt, so it is crazy weather, guys. And the reason why I'm not going into the polytunnel, it is heated. We have the heater on. It's roughly about 5 degrees Celsius in there at the moment, which is a little bit colder than we'd prefer. We've got the heater on working away, but we're probably going to have to turn it up to the second switch to put it up a little bit more tonight, because they're forecasting possibly -6, -7. So 1 kilowatt is all we got the heater on there. Might need to put it on a bit more, because we can't let it drop really below 4C. Because it's just better to be on the safe side. So the reason why I'm not going to do the update in there is because A, it's too cold for me to even go in there today, and B, we have it completely bubble wrapped. We've sealed the door off with loads of bubble wrap right inside to make it extra warm. And to go in there, we'd have to open the door, and it's a bit of a hassle getting in and out with all the bubble wrap. It's going to let the cold air and the snow blowing right through it. So we're just keeping it sealed. And when the weather gets a little bit better, in a few days' time, we'll do the update for the cacti succulents in the polytunnel. So stay tuned to that, guys. And if you're watching this video a few days after than today, the link will be up to part 2. So stay tuned. Anyway, enough of my waffle. I'll try and keep this as short as possible. Starting off in the plant room, I say this is the indoor selection. Now, start off with the seedlings. Now, they've got the grow lights here. We keep the grow lights on the two sides where we're growing the seedlings for a bit of extra light. And obviously, because this is facing the wall, they only get light coming in from this angle and sun from this side. But as it's obviously snowy today, we've got the grow light on all the time for these. And this is the update with the seedlings. They are doing remarkable. Now, there's no life with some of these on here. So we've grown a mixture of seeds that we got from the Cactus and Succulent Society, and a few of our own, and a few that we've been gifted. And say there's not too many growing on here. There's a couple of gymnocalciums that have germinated. Can't get too close because the macro will not really do on this camera. But you might be able to see these. These are some trichocereus that have germinated. And here we have got some Euphorbia canariensis. 4 of them have germinated, and they're looking pretty good. We sowed the seed a month ago, and that's good to see that already like that. And these are some astrophytums that are doing really well. Aren't they gorgeous? And some more astrophytums in there as well. You might be able to see them through the bag. Now, here we have a mixture of a few different cuttings, some Pereskia. Pereskia seedlings there, growing some cuttings, just to say. And then we have some Gasterias here, and some Sansevieras. So 2 different types of Sansevieras there. And we have a Hoya carnosa in the corner, some Schlumberger cuttings. We have a Tradescantia here, which is doing very well. And we have got, just take you around here, this is Hansi's amazing flame tree. Isn't it gorgeous, guys? And we have to laugh because with the grow lights on, they give off a purpley looking glow from outside, and these leaves sort of look a little bit like marijuana leaves from the window. I think our neighbours think we've got a marijuana plantation going on when they see all the lights and these leaves in the window. It is quite funny in our grow room. But here we have this is our chlorophytum that we bought from the garden centre Dobbies, and I'll do a separate video on this because it's coming into flower and it has loads of little babies already. It's growing amazingly in this past few weeks. We've had this beautiful, beautiful variety of chlorophytum with the lovely deep green going through the middle. And here we have our impatiens here, which has beautiful little pinky flowers on it, peachy flowers, which is doing wonderful. And some more different plants on here. Pretty much a lot of the cacti are pretty much dormant at the moment. It's still sort of early, well, not even spring yet. It's still late winter, so there's not much happening. And the good news is I'll show you one that is actually coming to flower. We have Honzi's Matucana Madicinorum here, which is, just take you up there. See the little tiny buds forming on it. That's coming into bud already, which is wonderful. First signs of spring with our cacti. So that's great to see on there. It's going to be an amazing flower. And some of the succulents are sort of being in flower already. We should put a few videos up. Now, the good news is this is one of our Easter cacti, and this is one we got this year from a charity shop in Bangor in Belfast, and it is coming into flower already. Do you show the lovely bud on there? Look at that, a lovely, lovely deep red flower. So this is so good to see on the bud, so stay tuned to a future video when that comes into bud. And we have got some of them in the polytunnel also coming into bud, and all the schlumbergers are still in flower. But as I say, separate video with the polytunnel because it's just too cold to go out there at the moment. And some small little varieties of spider plant all doing well. Some different all cuttings of succulents here taking root, which is doing fantastic. And a few different varieties of Kalanchoe mother of thousands plants. These are the Prescia aculeata, Godsvesiana, I should say. The beautiful peachy golden coloured varieties, absolutely beautiful. And this is the other one we've got here. This is what Hansi brought over from Sweden, from his collection. They're doing absolutely remarkable here. And we have a mixture of everything really. Little tiny begonia. And this other big begonia here, Sizemoriae, in flower, which is beautiful to see. And a mixture of different things. I'll just show you on the top here, on the windowsill, we have some Lophophora and a selection of all different types of different plants there. We have the Piniocereus seedlings all doing well, selection of everything, all in there, pretty much still sort of dormant, although you can see a few of them starting to take new growth, as in there with the Hylocereus is in the window there. And as I say, it looks a little bit of a mess on this table because we've just got everything. This is mainly all the plants we're sort of overwintering and lots of seedlings and cuttings. So it's a little bit all over the place at the moment. It'd be good then when the weather warms up, we can put a lot of them back into the polytunnel again and we'll get a bit more space. And just show you a little bit there. Now these also are more seedlings. These are some Sawaru seedlings, Carnegia gigantea, and they're doing very good. They've germinated very well. These are seeds that we got from Keith Groovyman 1968. So unfortunately the ones we had last year, that's all that have remained. They've not done too well at all. They seem to have just dried up, which is strange. And a lot of them came down with that horrible scariad fly. Do you know, the fungus gnats? And they had attacked the roots and just hollowed the plants out. So we're having a go again with sowing these, and they've germinated very well. And now these are a mixture of mammillarias that Olga from Olga's Dreamland gifted us in the seeds. And as you can see, Olga, your seeds have germinated really well and they are doing amazing. So guys, if you're not familiar with Olga, please do go over and subscribe to her amazing channel, Olga's Dreamland. Links up above. And these are so wonderful to see these seedlings doing so well. And here as well, these are seeds from our own plant, from the Clysocactus collidimonensis, commonly named the monkey's tail plant. These are seeds that we've got there. They've germinated well. Now these are some Stapelia, also that Olga gifted us, Stapelia seedlings. And look at them, they are growing massive, really, really well. Very, very pleased with them. They're doing well. More seedlings here that have germinated. These are some Echinopsis varieties. And this one is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, guys. But it's a Homalosocephalus. Hon says it brilliantly, but to me it's a real tongue twister. They're growing brilliantly. Now we're growing some more seeds here. No signs of life on them yet. A couple of the aloes have germinated, aloe seeds, so that's good to see. But as you know, with cactus seeds, they can take, and succulent seeds, can take anything from a few days to a few months to actually germinate. So patience is the key. Now I'm going to show you this. This is absolutely gorgeous, guys. This is a Cladodendron, and it's absolutely, Cladodendron Thombousii, and look at the beautiful little flowers on that. Oh, it's beautiful to see this coming into flower. Really, really pretty, and we are really pleased with this plant because it took a bit of a setback when we moved house up from Waterford to Belfast. It sort of dropped a lot of its leaves, went into shock, and to see it coming back now in beautiful bud and full of leaf is absolutely wonderful. It's very, very healthy, and really pleased to see that. And the dragon fruits, which you show you from the window there, might be a little bit in shade from here. There's a dragon fruits up there, all hanging up, all doing well. Hylocereus. And as you can see, the grow lights are working a treat. We keep the two side ones on during the day and keep the other ones off during the day over the window, because this gets plenty of light even on a day like today. So that's the plant grow room. As you can see, everything is doing very well, and looking forward to the spring. And I'll take you now into the bedroom. Now, this is our bedroom where we have our fern collection, and we have a wonderful collection of ferns in here. This is our Nephrolepis exaltata, and it is doing very, very well. It's really grown. We've had this plant now probably for possibly about 3 months, and it is absolutely flourishing here. As I say, it's a north-facing window, and it gets plenty of bright light, but it doesn't get any direct sunshine. No sunshine coming through this window, but which is great for ferns because they like to be kept away from sun, but they do like a shady or bright spot. So this seems to be very happy here. I have a selection of a few different ones here. Just show you this one here. This is our, I'll just show you the lighting isn't brilliant today. As I say, it's not the sunniest of days with the snow. I'll just see what this light comes out with the light in here. Now, this is our Davalia plant, which is absolutely beautiful here. Look at this lovely little furry little rhizomes, nicknamed the rabbit's foot fern. It is gorgeous, guys, and this is where the little fern fronds come out of from the little furry feet. Absolutely gorgeous. It seems to be very, very happy there. Another Nephrolepis cordifolia here, another variety, and another little Nephrolepis here. This is a different variety again, which has the little tiny little smaller little version of the leaves than this one here. That's doing well. We also have here now, this is a new plant, guys. Oh, the lighting is so bad. I'm just going to see if I can get any better. If you can see this, it's just now. Let me just try. It's so difficult because it's so dark today. That's a bit better. Now, this is what they call them kokedama plants, where they grow them hanging up in like hanging baskets. Now, this is a lovely fern, guys. This one is also similar to a Davalia. It's not, but it does have the little furry feet. Now, this is nicknamed the blue rabbit's foot fern, and it is really, really gorgeous. And I'll just turn it round, see if you can see round here. If you can see any of the little furry feet, you might not be able to see from there because the lighting is not the best. But it is absolutely beautiful. And loads of new little fronds on that one as well. And you see hanging up, we have a lovely little fern collection there. And just apologies for the atrocious lighting, guys. It is so dark today with the weather. Just show you that. Look at that. But hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea of what's happening in here. Now, this is a few plants we've got in our bathroom here. We've got Ostrocylindro apuntia here. And this is one that Olga from Olga's Dreamland also gifted us. We potted that up. It's rooted really well, so that is fantastic. A little apuntioid here, Echinopsis there, and some Tradescantia seedlings that we grew from seed. Another Cereus Peruvianus cutting from Olga there that we're waiting to root out before we pot up. Now, this is one of them heart Hoyas that obviously I've already made a video on one of these, so links up above to that video. Just warning you about this sort of heart sort of gimmick, really. I don't know how this is going to do long term, but fingers crossed, it may be okay. You never know. It's going to be a bit of an experiment anyway. And this beautiful plant, it's a Kalanchoe lucii, is beautiful as well. This was also from Olga. Olga's very generous there. So, and these we have our air plants, our Tillandsias, and we have a selection of their. Hans did an amazing display with all of these here, and they're in the bathroom window, so they do receive sunshine, but because this window is sort of frosted, they're going to be protected from direct sunshine. So a bright spot with some sun, but away from direct sunshine, is the best thing for these plants, because they don't like to have direct sunshine on them, obviously. And we keep them misted here, and look at that lovely one coming into flower. Absolutely gorgeous. Now here we are in the kitchen, where we have a lot of the plants that we're sort of overwintering in here. And I'll start off here. This one is the big Brasilia opuntia brasiliensis, and again overwintering in our kitchen here. It won't be too long, hopefully, before we're able to put them back outside and possibly into the polytunnel for the spring. And this is our lovely big Euphorbia triangularis, and that is doing absolutely remarkable. It's actually starting to come into growth already, which is wonderful. And a few here that we've got. This one is again one that Olga gave us, and this is a Colossia, and it's nicknamed the elephant ear plant, and it's starting to form new little sprouts at each side there, and another one round the corner there, so that's good. It's coming into growth. And here mainly all plants again. We're overwintering, not a lot really happening at the moment with these. Maybe some euphorbias here, obesus. These are in little flowers, so that's good to see there. And Preskia again. A few little different things we've got growing on. Go in here. And look at this begonia, guys. This was a cutting that was gifted to us, and it is absolutely flourishing. It is beautiful. And we have our Euphorbia Milai, that also Olga gave us. Olga gave us all these amazing plants. It's incredible. And that is in beautiful flower, as you can see there. It's gorgeous. And a little begonia that we've rooted there from a leaf. And another rabbit's foot, a Dahlia fern that we're rooting from a cutting. And it's been difficult to get in the window. As I say, these are ones we're overwintering in the window, so not really a lot happening there. But these again is Kalanchoe Mariania. And yep, Mariania. I've got the label on there. Let me just check. Yep, that's right. All these names, and that is doing well as well. These are all over the cuttings. And these are cuttings as well of Cereus that Hansi cut. He trimmed his plant down because it was sort of leaning over on the one side. And he's done a wonderful job of that there. Look, that's all cuttings, all going to be, as soon as they're dried up, they're going to then be potted up. Now, this is our Ceropagia sansonii, and this is a remarkable plant, guys. It is just like, grows like spaghetti. It's gorgeous, and it has the most beautiful flowers on it. And another one, Euphorbia Milai in the window there. Some more, mainly euphorbias, because these aren't cold hardy, so they're too cold hard, not cold hardy enough, I should say, to go into the polytunnel. So we have to overwinter these indoors in the kitchen here, where they get plenty of light and sunshine. As I say, hopefully the next month or two we'll be able to put them all back outside into the polytunnel. I'll just show you, that's the temperature now in the polytunnel at the moment. This is a minimum and maximum thermometer that we have, and we keep the sensor in the polytunnel so we don't have to keep going out and checking on it. And at the moment it's on 46.4, which is a little bit, you know, not as warm as we would like, but it's still warm enough for this time of year to overwinter the cacti and succulents, no problem. But obviously if it drops below 40, that's when we worry a little bit there. 46 degree Fahrenheit, possibly about 7 Celsius at the moment, but we may have to, they forecast -6 tonight, we may have to turn the heater up onto the 2 kilowatt. We've had it on 1 kilowatt all winter, guys. It's been remarkable. It's a fantastic heater, but this is the coldest it's been all winter. Even though it's nearly spring, it's crazy. Just look at that weather, guys. This is absolutely mad. And as I say, that's the polytunnel out there, and we, you know, when this cold weather goes, we'll be able to get into the polytunnel polytunnel and do a video to show you what's going on there. There's a lot of things happening in there as well, lots of things coming into bud, so stay tuned for future video of that. I just cannot open the door at the moment because it's so much bubble wrap. You can imagine it's going to go whoosh, the doors fly open and let all the heat out there. So I'll just go show you the last of the indoor plants in the living room. Now, before going to the living room, guys, I mustn't forget these amazing ferns and the kalanchoes here. We have a collection of Blossfeldiala, kalanchoe, Blossfeldiala, that have been in flower for absolutely weeks, probably about 2 months now. A wonderful collection. We've got pink, we've got red. This one was orange, that's just stopped flowering. Beautiful white collection here, a deep pink and orange, and they've been flowering all through the winter, guys. And as I say, it's not an ideal spot for them because they're too far away from the window. They're only here while they're flowering. As soon as they stop flowering, we're going to put them back into the polytunnel again, where they're going to get maximum light. Now, these are our other collection of ferns. As I say, you've seen the collection we've got in our bedroom. This is our other ferns here. We have a wonderful collection here. We are fern crazy, guys. An asplenium here. This other one as well, which is gorgeous, lovely variegated leaves. Absolutely beautiful there. And a lovely collection of different ferns. These ferns are all coming into growth now, which is wonderful. I say we mist them every morning with rainwater, so it helps keep them hydrated and also helps keep the humidity up here. And this is a beautiful fern as well, a lovely variegated form too. And this beautiful one here, maidenhair, loads of new growth coming on her there, absolutely beautiful. So they're absolutely flourishing. Now I'm going to show you the living room now. Now, guys, this is the living room, or Hansi's music room, I should say. And I've got Hansi filming this at the moment because this room, it's north facing and it's in shadow at the moment because, as I say, the weather is not the sunniest. And this is our Schlafleras, and they are doing very well. Hansi cut these back when we moved house in September, and loads of new growth. These are flourishing. A little ripsalis and lovely philodendron, which is beautiful, absolutely thriving. Loads of new growth on there, and they love these love a north facing window because they're growing shade in their natural habitats, so they prefer this rather than in sunshine. Some more Schlafleras here as well, loads of new growth coming on them, so wonderful to see. And this is Hansi's beautiful Stephanotis floribunda, and it's been in the most incredible of flower, guys. It's stopped flowering now, but just look at it. It's absolutely, it's like a beanstalk. It is so wonderful. It's loving this spot here. Really happy. And then we also have our ficus, commonly known as the rubber plant, here as well, sending out lots of new growth. And another beautiful philodendron of Hansi's here. As I say, lots of new leaves coming on that. Look at that. Very, very happy. And our ripsalis plant here, paradoxa. And that has been sort of flowering and sending out lots of little seed pods. Other than that, it's sort of pretty dormant at this time of year now. As I say, this will be going into the polytunnel when the weather starts warming up a bit, but it's one that isn't the most cold hardiest. It seems to scar in cold weather, so we've kept this indoors in this north facing window until the springtime, but it seems to be doing well anyway, so that's good. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the indoor plants anyway. And as I say, stay tuned for the next few days when the weather starts warming up a bit, when we can actually get into the polytunnel, open that door and show you what's happening in there, because there is a lot more going on inside than in here. A lot more buds, schlumbergias in flower, and a lot of ripsalidopsis coming into flower as well. So stay tuned for a future video in a few days time, guys, and hopefully wherever you are in the world, I hope you stay warm, and just hope that this freezing cold weather from Siberia that is in Ireland at the moment goes away soon and we get sunshine. Why can't we get weather coming in from Africa or something like that? Something like, oh, Arizona. Why Siberia? Anyway, guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and guys, subscribe to Hansi behind the camera. My amazing Hansi. His channel, links up above to his channel, Family of Cacti and Other Beauties. And I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. Until the next video, guys. Bye.